Hello and welcome to another BWhack review. Today we are going to be taking a look at Kenny Schrader's Folgers Talladega win from 1988. As always, take a look at the box. Once again, you have the generic Hendrick 40th anniversary box. Said most of these 40th anniversary race ones have come in this box, but then at least I know that test car came in the classics box still, and I still don't understand all that, whatever. Anyways, you got Hendrick Motorsports, established 1984, Hendrick Motorsports. No render, photo, or anything on the side of the box. Standard finish. Made a total of 648 of these things. NASCAR Cup Series, standard finish. Hendrick Motorsports, same stuff. Register your car at Lionel Garage. And you, of course, have your copyright and such on the bottom of the box. Here is the car itself. The third and, as of right now, final one of these Hendrick Motorsports Folgers 80s Monte Carlos. They're instead getting replaced by, we're now making a Ken Schrader 90s Chevy Lumina for Folgers. The one that has like a little bit more of a solid metallic gold border on the bottom. It's much bigger than this one. Hopefully they get it right. If they actually get the metallic gold color on the bottom right, I will pick it up. It's Lionel, so there's sometimes where they'll just get cars right for 3 cars in a row and then just out of nowhere mess it up. Case in point, that Mark Martin Atlanta Folgers win, but nevertheless. This, of course, does come with your race-winning stat card. Couple of nice photos of the car. I love when they actually have photos of the car instead of the, when they just have like a photo of like the sample diecast or something on this card. It's much nicer to be able to compare to an actual photo of the car. I'm pretty sure they got most of the logos on this car too, because like there's not really anything like obviously missing. It even has logos that maybe they were, because like look at how there's a gap between competition cams and some of the other logos, and then there's no gap here. Some of the logos are a little, oh yeah, maybe they like Superflow Motor Oil is not on this photo in like the logo right there, but that's really weird. I don't know. This car looks very full with logos, so I don't know if there's anything missing, but I don't know if that was something blanked out, but then it's different. I don't know. Somebody in the comments tell me what's going on with that, but anyways, let's do a quick 360 of this car. This was Kenny Schrader's first career Cup Series victory. It was a pretty good finish. I was just watching it on YouTube the other night. He crossed the finish line on the white flag in third, and then, by the time they came back around, he was in first, passing Dale Earnhardt Sr., of all people. Rick Wilson was up there in the Kodak car. That made me happy. I don't even remember that Rick Wilson even came close to winning a race in that car, but this is the very iconic Folgers paint scheme that everyone knows by now. Anyways, let's get down to sponsors. On the hood, you have T.G. Shepherd's Folgers Coffee Machine. Got Chevrolet, number 25. Down the side, you have T.G. Shepherd's. You got Folgers. You got Mac Quality Tools, Superflow Motor Oil, O'Malley and Delco Remke. You got Hendrick Motorsports, you got Oberg, Superflow Motor Oil, Competition Cams, Felpro, Richmond Gear, ARP, and Van Camps. Has a full-on, triangle as the Jack Marker logo. That's kind of cool. Has some of your old school contingencies and such up front. I still like that they can get Gatorade. That was not a sponsor I was expecting to ever see on a car again, so I'm surprised they were able to, get that even for a contingency sponsor. Got AC spark plugs on the C-post. Got K Schrader on the name rail right there. On the back, you got Folgers. You got 2 number 25s. Got AC spark plugs, again, on the deck lid. Nothing on the roof, obviously. This is number 462. That looks a little weird. It's just like a chip right there. Got the same stuff down the other side as usual. Take a look under the hood. Nothing on the underside of the hood. There's the engine detail if you want to see that. Obviously, the deck lid still does open. You got your typical fuel cell and such back there. Is that a chip or is that a... yeah, I think that is just like a chip. So maybe it's from this hitting it, but it doesn't look like it's hitting it. I don't know. Just going to call that race damage and leave it at that. Anyways, there's the underside of the car. You got the nice red chassis. Now let's get down to the part everyone's waiting for. That is the damage. This is a pretty clean car. You can definitely see some dirt, grime, and rubber buildup on the nose and the splitter and the valence and everything right there. So there's not an overly amount of damage or anything. It's a Talladega win, so, this is long before the age of, destroyed cars winning Talladega. At least I think it is. I don't know, but So it is still just dirty. Just dirt and grime, all that good stuff. Like I said, there's really not a whole lot to talk about as far as race damage goes. Got a little bit of a mark on the tire right there. Some more dirt and stuff and rubber buildup and stuff through the 25 as well. Like I said, this is now the third one of these Folgers 25 late 80s Monte Carlos we've gotten for Lionel for the 40th anniversary. Then we got Rick Hendrick's, then we got Tim Richmond's first win for Hendrick, and now we have his Ken Schrader's very first career Cup Series win. Also his first win for Hendrick. Kenny Schrader's one of those guys that just like, it's very surprising that he didn't win more than he actually did, because he does not have like a whole lot of race wins over his long career. But he's a very talented driver, so it's always one of those weird things, especially being at Hendrick for so long. It wasn't that long, but he was with Hendrick for a good chunk of time there in the late 80s and early 90s. If you want this card as a brand new release, you can get it right now. With all three of these Folgers cards existing, I don't know if any of them will get rare. I mean, the Tim Richmond one is probably the most popular, but that one got the most made. So I don't know if that one will be the one that sits around, because like the Rick Hendrick one's super obscure, so that one maybe will be the one that gets rare, but then Kenny Schrader's pretty popular too, and this one doesn't have a whole lot of them made, so maybe this one will get rare. Just have to wait and see on that one. Remember, for every diecast needs, you can go to circlebdiecast.com, and if you use the code BWhack, you can get $5 off shipping on any order over $30. So go check that out if you want anything. But I'm going to change all there is to say. This has been a review of Kenny Schrader's Folgers Talladega win from 1988. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.